Our story begins at night, where we see a raven standing in a corner. But it's not just any raven. It has a third eye. Suddenly, a notification appears, warning that the leader of the abyss has emerged. The system has detected 10 individuals present, and we see a player facing the leader. The player receives a notification from the system, informing him that only one player remains, asking if he wishes to continue. The player, whose name is revealed to be Leo, is at level 100. Leo confidently states that the leader's level is a good match for him. The leader attacks Leo with a magical assault emanating from his body. As soon as Leo sees the attack, he declares that he won't back down. Grabbing his massive weapon, he charges it with energy, unleashing its full power towards the leader. At the same time, the leader counters with incredibly powerful magical whirlwinds. But they collide with Leo's weapon and disappear. A system notification then appears, congratulating the player for successfully clearing the stage. We then meet another character, named Shio, a 20-year-old who watches the game on his laptop at night. He remarks that the game is so easy that it's boring. Just then his phone rings. When he answers, he hears a loud voice asking him why he's so lazy. The caller informs him that their new teacher said he must come to class tomorrow. Annoyed, Shio replies that he's attended many classes, but no one cared. He then asks if what happened to him a year ago is still affecting him. The person on the other end yells at him, telling him it's enough. Shio angrily slams his phone on the desk and cries with sadness. He then looks at a picture and sorrowfully says, "Why?" The picture shows a beautiful girl, and Shio gazes at it, saying, "Why weren't you the one to come at that time? And how am I allowed to live after killing you?" He holds a photo with pain and sorrow. Just then, his phone rings again. He grabs it in frustration, but is surprised to see a notification from the system. It informs him that he is now the only player in the final match. He looks at the notification, wondering when he even entered the game. He then realizes that the system has hacked into his phone screen to verify his name and level. Information appears on the system screen. His name is Shio. He is 20 years old. His health points are 250. His skill points are 150. And his strength, agility, body, and spirit are all at 5 points each, with a total of 50 points. After Shio sees the notification, he feels a deep sense of failure. Suddenly, he hears a message from the system, telling him that he can't exchange these points for anything else. Shio can't believe it and says he won't take it. But if he really can exchange them for anything, why not exchange them for money? At that moment, he hears the system's voice announcing that the balance has been exchanged. Shio is shocked when he sees a message showing the money has been transferred to him just as he requested. He can't believe it. Right then, there's a knock on the door. When he opens it, his landlord angrily yells at him, demanding that if he doesn't pay the rent immediately, he should leave the room. She's furious because his room is a mess. Shio responds calmly, saying, "Don't you want the rent money?" The landlord is stunned when she checks her phone and sees that Shio has paid her 3 million. Shio then tells her that he'll pay her not only for the next 3 months, but for the years to come as well, and they both leave the room. He closes the door with difficulty, trying to catch his breath as he struggles to comprehend that this game is actually real. He then grabs his phone and the picture of the girl who died. Shio asks the system if it's possible to bring a dead person back to life. The system responds, informing him that his current points are 0 and that to revive someone, he would need 1 billion points. Shio is shocked and tells himself that if he can earn enough points, she will come back to life. He looks at her picture again, begins to cry, and can't believe it. He then stands up, screaming with a mix of sorrow and hope, saying 1 billion points, just 1 billion points. Wait for me, you. That night, he receives a notification on his phone about a rare mission currently available, asking if he wants to accept it. Excited, he agrees. The next thing he knows, he's transported to a place where he collects garbage in exchange for points. He starts gathering trash in the schoolyard and earns 2 points. The students are surprised as it's their first time seeing him. Then, he gets another notification from the system, instructing him to clean the girls' bathroom. Shocked, he heads to the bathroom, and after completing the task, He finds that he's earned 100 points. That night, he tells himself, I collected them in just a few days of work. I think I'm starting to understand this game. With determination, he tells himself that if this is what will bring her back to life, then there must be a deeper meaning behind all of it. At that moment, he receives another notification from the system, informing him that he has completed 50 tasks and earned the chance to use the lottery. The system asks if he wants to use it now, but he declines, thinking that if he saves it for 10 years, he might win a huge prize. While he's deep in thought, trying to figure out how to earn more points, he takes a step forward and accidentally steps on a banana peel, falling on a girl standing in front of him. He quickly gets up and apologizes profusely, telling her it wasn't intentional. The girl responds, saying, no need to apologize, but maybe you can do something for your big sister. Wait, let me think. Afterward, we learn that this girl is one of the participants in the game. She tells him, give your big sister all your points. Shio is shocked, but at that moment, the girl uses a technique called city separation. Suddenly, she strikes him in the arm with her weapon, causing him to bleed profusely. A notification from the system appears, warning him that his left arm has been injured and that he won't be able to fight with it. Leaning against the wall, Shio pleads with her. Wait, you must be a final level player. Why don't we team up and complete the mission together? The girl laughs at him and says, team up? You really are ignorant. She moves closer to him and whispers in his ear. The real points in this game come from killing other players. Only fools like you keep completing missions. Shio is stunned by her words, and the girl, with a sly grin, says, come on, lose for me and become part of my points. It's better than completing those silly missions you want to do. Shio refuses, saying, no, I don't want to die here. He sees someone in front of him and desperately calls out, help me, call the police. Someone's trying to kill me. But he's shocked when the person walks right through him, realizing they are from another world. The girl approaches him from behind and tells him, don't bother. The city separation skill is for players only. No one can save you from me now. Shio finds himself cornered by the girl, unable to escape or defend himself. At that moment, the girl plunges her weapon into Shio's body and looks at him triumphantly, saying, the game is over. Shio bleeds from his mouth and falls to the ground. A repeated system warning appears, stating that the player has sustained severe damage to the heart, which could be fatal. Shio, in despair, wonders how he could die like this after finding a way to come back for Yu. He grabs his phone and tells the system he wants to use the lottery prize. The lottery system activates, and a large wheel appears between him and the girl. It's a spinning wheel that will determine his prize. The girl laughs and says, so this is the lottery system with its slim chances. Let's see what you win. Shio looks at the wheel and silently prays. Please give me at least a healing potion. Let this will land on good luck. The wheel spins, and Shio suddenly vomits blood from his mouth and heart. The girl says, as I expected, even your luck won't help you. With great pain, Shio apologizes to Yu, saying he couldn't help her. But at that moment, the spinning wheel doesn't stop there. It eventually lands on the special holiday prize. The girl is stunned when she sees a glowing light surrounding Shio. She is shocked, thinking she's never heard of this special holiday prize before. She rushes towards Shio with her weapon, attempting to attack him as he is being healed. However, she is shocked to find that her attack cannot penetrate him. A powerful explosion erupts in front of her, pushing the girl back due to the force of the blast. She remarks on the power of the rare equipment. Shio appears holding a very large weapon. The system informs him that this gear comes with a one-time physical healing ability, and that now his left arm and heart have been healed. The devouring sword's loading has finished. The girl glares at him with anger and says, you're just a beginner in this game. You won't be able to control the power of that sword properly. Shio responds, even after being crushed by this gear, you still haven't given up? The girl laughs hysterically and says, crushed? I told you you're ignorant. You think this game depends on gear? Let me show you the true terror of this game. She steadies herself, and Shio, feeling confident, says, Don't worry about me. Let's duel. The girl laughs mockingly and charges at him with her weapon. Shio lifts his weapon to block her attack, successfully dodging it, but every time he tries to strike back, the girl easily evades his blows. She taunts him, "It's so sad that you still haven't been able to touch me. Look at your body. It's already exhausted, even after